So come on and join me for a little walk this morning on the Rock River here in downtown Rockford, Illinois. It's a beautiful autumn morning, midday actually. A little overcast, temperature's nice, probably around 55. It's good walking weather. There's not a lot of people on the trail right now. This is the YMCA down here. Some of the older big homes here that used to look over the river, and then across over there on the west side also some really beautiful stately homes. All right, so I'm going to walk probably about 1.5 miles each way, so maybe about 3 miles. So it's going to be about a 45-minute walk or so, 40 to 45 minutes. And I'm going to pause right now, and then I'll let you join me a little bit later as we find some interesting things to show you. So I've walked probably about 1/3 of a mile from the YMCA where I parked, and here we are. On the right hand side here is Nicholas Conservatory, and all this area here is considered Sinnissippi Park. It's a really beautiful development investment here by the city of Rockford. I've been inside here in December, I think it was, early December, and you would think you were in the tropics. It's really beautiful. It's definitely worth investigating. Over the oak grove across the road there, Sinnissippi Park continues up into the hills, and they have a Christmas light show. They also have the winter ice sculptures up in there. There's an amphitheater also for musical events. Definitely a lot of things here to explore. You just gotta take the time and kind of be curious. So let's continue our walk. Like I said, we're gonna try to get to that bridge down there. That's probably at least a good 3/4 of a mile away. So let's pick up the pace, and I'll be back with you shortly. So in the spring and in the summer, these gardens and the natural landscaping is alive and it's vibrant, it's beautiful. This is a really unique space down here. If you're into architecture, landscaping, or just natural beauty, like I said, you gotta be curious and you gotta come and explore these places. Don't miss out while you're in Rockford. I love boulders and I love water features. You know, right now none of this is alive right now, and yet there's a lot of beauty in this peacefulness, in the quiet, in these moments that the landscape is at rest. And that's something that we always need to remember also in our own lives, is that nothing is ever full throttle, full volume craziness all the time. It's not all excitement. Sometimes the beauty is in the peace and in the quiet and in those moments of reflection. Remember that. We need those moments where the voices in our head are subdued. So this is a famous rose garden here. It takes up almost, I'd say, about 1/3 of this park area. You can see some of the roses are still blooming. We haven't gotten any serious frost yet. We did get a little light frost, I think a few days ago. but otherwise it's been in the 40s at night, high 30s. So I am enjoying wandering through the park here. I like it because there's not a lot of people right now. It's not very noisy. There's some road noise, but I kind of tune that out. And I'm fascinated by the landscaping and the hardscapes. You know, it's all done by a designer or a design team. So those folks that sometimes say, oh, you shouldn't be pursuing the arts or the humanities, you're not going to make a living, I beg to differ. I think that we need to encourage the arts and the humanities because we need to be able to think. There's a quote from the movie Spartacus. I think it's 1953, 1956 time frame, with Kirk Douglas and Curtis. I'm forgetting his first name. Jamie Lee Curtis's father. And Jamie Lee Curtis's father, Antony, is a poet. And as we all know, Spartacus was a slave that encouraged the masses to rebel, the common slave to rebel. And they were singing or sitting on the grass somewhere where they were hiding, a night of rest before going into battle. And Spartacus and Antony and the woman, I forget what her name is at the moment, are sitting there and talking, and Antony says he wants to fight, he wants to be a warrior like Spartacus. And Spartacus says, you know, any man can kill, any man can fight, but to bring beauty into this world instead of taking something out, that was more meaningful. And I believe that. I believe that very much so. So I've probably walked about 3/4 of a mile meandering. I probably have about a 1/4 mile left to get to the bridge. It's a really beautiful walk. I'm thoroughly enjoying myself. I'm enjoying sharing this with you, the viewer, and hopefully you'll be inspired by the natural beauty of Rockford, Illinois, the Midwest, and this walkabout. So oftentimes when I'm out in nature, I like to get really close and see the different textures. And here what I'm fascinated with is this little tiny leaf. Look at this leaf, isn't that beautiful? And it's soft and it's slippery, but look at the combination with the dark brown. And what's interesting about this is that I am designing a poster with these colors already, very similar. So that tells me that my color schemes are good, because in nature, the color schemes are always right on target. Let's take a look a little closer at these leaves here. And the texture. That's what I always look at, is texture, form and texture. So I made it to the bridge, and then I stopped underneath this sculpture here, this fabrication, and did some stretching, did some push-ups, and then just laid in the grass and looked at the clouds for a little bit, and also just closed my eyes for a good, I don't know, 8 to 10 minutes, and that was nice. Very good time spent down here, good investment in time. And this is all part of being healthy, is taking the time to decompress and to breathe in and enjoy Mother Nature. Mother Nature has a really beautiful way of being peaceful to us and inspiring us. So that's my walkabout on the Rock River, Sinnissippi Park in Rockford, Illinois. It's a beautiful day out.